Indian economic updates. The Indian Railway Budget 2026-27 marks a pivotal shift in positioning railways as a growth driver, logistics enabler, and modern mobility platform. With a record capital outlay of nearly 2.9 lakh rupees crore, it reinforces the transition of Indian Railways from a legacy utility to a future-ready infrastructure enterprise aligned with India's economic and climate goals, supporting industrial growth, urbanization, and regional connectivity. The budget prioritizes capital-intensive infrastructure over short-term spending, focusing on network expansion, track doubling, station redevelopment, rolling stock modernization, and advanced signaling. The announcement of 7 new high-speed rail corridors signals a leap toward next-generation mobility, promising faster travel, higher productivity, and stronger regional integration, despite the financing and execution challenges such projects entail. Safety remains a central pillar of the railway spending framework. A significant portion of the budget is earmarked for track renewal, bridge rehabilitation, elimination of level crossings, and the accelerated deployment of the Kavach automatic train protection system. The expansion of Kavach across high-density routes is expected to substantially reduce the risk of collisions and human error, strengthening passenger confidence and operational reliability. Investments in signaling upgrades, centralized traffic control, and real-time monitoring systems further reinforce the shift toward a technology-driven safety architecture, bringing Indian Railways closer to global best practices. Passenger experience and capacity augmentation also receive strong policy backing. The continued expansion of the Vande Bharat ecosystem, including sleeper variants for long-distance travel, reflects a calibrated approach to fleet modernization. These semi-high-speed trains are designed to offer improved comfort, energy efficiency, and faster turnaround times, while remaining cost-effective for large-scale deployment. Alongside Vande Bharat, the introduction of Amrit Bharat and Namo Bharat services aims to address the needs of middle-income and daily commuters, particularly in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. This multi-tier fleet strategy highlights an effort to balance aspirational travel with affordability, ensuring that modernization does not exclude the railway's core user base. Freight and logistics form another critical focus area of the railway budget. Indian Railways continues to position itself as the backbone of the national logistics ecosystem, supporting the government's objective of reducing logistics costs as a percentage of GDP. Dedicated freight corridors, expanded terminal capacity, and multimodal integration projects are being prioritized to improve efficiency and turnaround times. Increased emphasis on bulk commodities, containerized cargo, and last-mile connectivity is expected to attract freight traffic away from roads, easing congestion and lowering carbon emissions. The railway's role in serving key sectors such as coal, steel, cement, agriculture, and automobiles remains central to India's industrial supply chains. Financial sustainability remains a careful balancing act. While government capital support continues, the budget signals a gradual shift toward higher revenues and cost efficiency. Modest fare changes, freight rationalization, and better asset monetization aim to boost internal resources without burdening passengers, prioritizing efficiency over steep price hikes and preserving the railway's social role in affordable mobility. Beyond core operations, the railway budget emphasizes allied ecosystems such as manufacturing units, public-private partnerships, station redevelopment, and transit-oriented development to generate jobs and attract private investment. The transformation of stations into integrated transport and commercial hubs signals a shift towards viewing railways as urban growth anchors. Electrification, renewable energy use, and energy-efficient rolling stock also align Indian Railways with India's climate and net zero goals. However, persistent challenges remain, including project delays, uneven regional investment, skill shortages, and coordination with states. Converting large allocations into timely, high-quality outcomes will require strong institutions, transparent governance, and sustained political commitment. Ultimately, the success of high-speed rail and major infrastructure projects will depend on execution as much as funding. Overall, the Railway Budget 2026-27 positions railways as a strategic national asset, with a focus on capital investment, safety, modernization, and freight efficiency. Effective implementation could significantly reshape India's mobility, logistics, and regional development over the next decade. From Rise of the East, Rise of India, at the heart of New India's development journey lies Northeast India, with Indian Railways as its lifeline. Under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, the Northeast is being given the highest priority, from expanding connectivity to opening new avenues of investment. Assam, an important and proud component of the Ashta Lakshmi, is playing a decisive role in this new journey of development. Assam and the entire Northeast are witnessing a new gateway to growth. Through the vision of multimodal connectivity, both the direction and destiny of this region are being transformed. A revolutionary change has also taken place in railway connectivity. Giving fresh momentum to the Purvodaya vision are two new Amrit Bharat Express trains, affordable, modern, and symbols of a self-reliant India. The Dibrugarh Gomti Nagar Amrit Bharat Express connects Assam with North India, creating a new development corridor and strengthening connectivity between Assam, Nagaland, West Bengal, Bihar, and Uttar Pradesh. The Kamakhya Rohtak Amrit Bharat Express will boost trade, employment, and cultural ties, strengthening connectivity among Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, and Haryana. Both trains offer next-level comfort. They feature comfortable seating, foldable snack and bottle holders, mobile holders, and Type-C charging points, with a classy and modern design. The trains are also Divyang-friendly. These trains will provide convenient travel options for working professionals and students, while also accelerating local tourism and strengthening the local economy. The development of the Northeast is the foundation of India's rise. With the Amrit Bharat Express, the dream of a developed India through Purvodaya will become a reality. India is pressing ahead with a sweeping expansion of its defense capabilities, with major procurement programs advancing across the Air Force, Navy, and indigenous aircraft manufacturing. The initiatives, ranging from French-built Rafale fighters to US-supplied Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft and the scaling up of the Tejas Mark I fleet, reflect both India's immediate operational priorities and its broader push towards self-reliance in defense production across the Indo-Pacific. The Indian Air Force is moving rapidly on a proposal to acquire 114 Rafale multi-role fighters, in what would be among the largest defense contracts in the country's history. Dassault Aviation is expected to work with Indian firms to establish a local assembly line, ensuring that up to 60% of the aircraft's components are manufactured domestically. The deal, valued at more than 2 lakh rupees crore, will see at least 18 aircraft delivered directly from France in the initial phase, while the rest are assembled in India. If approved, the acquisition will take India's Rafale fleet to nearly 176 aircraft across both the Air Force and Navy, cementing the type's role as a backbone of India's combat aviation. At the same time, the Indian Navy is in advanced negotiations with the United States for 6 additional P-8I Poseidon long-range maritime patrol aircraft, in a deal estimated at $4 billion. These platforms, which can carry torpedoes, depth charges and anti-ship missiles, are a critical element in anti-submarine warfare and surveillance across the Indian Ocean. With 12 P-8 already operational, the induction of 6 more will significantly expand the Navy's reach and resilience. A US defense delegation, including Boeing representatives, is currently in New Delhi to finalize technical and commercial terms. On the indigenous front, the Tejas Mark I program is gathering momentum. the government has cleared an order for 97 additional Tejas Mark 1 fighters, worth approximately 67,000 crore rupees, to be built by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. To power these jets, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is close to sealing a contract with General Electric Aerospace for 113 more F404 and 20 engines, deliveries of which have already begun. With the third engine recently received, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is preparing to hand over the first two Mk-1A aircraft to the Indian Air Force by October 2025. This expansion will ultimately take the planned Tejas Mk-1 fleet to around 180 aircraft. Together, these acquisitions mark a decisive phase in India's defense build-up, aimed at bridging capability gaps in air dominance, long-range surveillance and anti-submarine warfare. While challenges such as technology transfer, delivery schedules and cost escalations remain, the timely execution of these projects could reshape India's aerial and maritime strength over the next 5 years, sending a strong signal of deterrence and readiness in an increasingly contested regional environment. India is ramping up infrastructure in Ladakh to counter China's border development, focusing on the third phase of the India-China Border Roads project. The initiative aims to enhance troop mobility along the line of actual control by constructing 37 new roads, with 5 in Ladakh and 70% in Arunachal Pradesh. Earlier phases identified 73 strategic roads and approved 104 more in 2020-21. China's rapid infrastructure expansion, including highways, railways, and border villages, has driven India's urgency. Recent projects like the Shinku-La and Sela tunnels improve all-weather connectivity. Experts emphasize the need for railway expansion in Ladakh and Arunachal for economic and military advantages. Since 2019, China has built over 600 border villages, increasing tensions. Defense analysts warn of potential confrontations, particularly in eastern Ladakh. India's infrastructure push aims to strengthen logistics, enhance military readiness, and counter China's growing presence along the line of actual control.